Hello dear, I'm leesusss, and welcome back to Alan Wake. Right, so weird stuff has happened, hasn't it? So at the point we're at now, I was thinking about this quite hard, and something's jumped in sequence here. Something's out of place here. So we were running into the house to rescue Alice, who was scared because it was dark and something was going on, and then we fell in the water. No, we fell down. Something happened. Can't remember what it was. Last session. Then we're suddenly by the mountain. We've crashed the car, and Alice is somewhere else, but we're not quite sure where. Now, think about this. For a start, Alan's now wearing a different outfit. Okay, and the suitcases, well, they're partly out the back of the car. They've fallen out in the crash, but they're back in the car. So there's something out of sequence here. We arrived at the cabin and everything was unloaded, and we changed our outfit. Alice had unloaded all our stuff and it was in the house. So why are the suitcases back in the car? What, if we somehow had something, we've lost a bit of memory and we've lost some of our memory. We've rescued Alice and we're back in the car. Would you? I guess you might have loaded your suitcases back in the car, like, I've had enough of this, honey, we're going home. But I doubt it. So it feels like we're completely out of sequence here. This feels like something that might happen on the way to the cabin. Although we were driving there in the night, in the day, not in the dark, which it is now. So something really weird's going on here. And I had quite a few thoughts about some of the theories about what I thought might be going on. But the more I thought about it, the more time it would take. Okay, so I thought, let's just get back into the action again, and maybe I'll introduce some of my thoughts about what's going on as we do it, or at the end. But yeah, the suitcases are coming at the back of the car.
Among Alice's things was a book, The Creator's Dilemma,
okay,
by a Dr. Emil Hartman. Seeing the book brought back my fight with Alice. I didn't like it. And I didn't like the guy's smug face on the cover.
It is a very smug face. So Alan's got some sort of mental block, and he's got a writer's block. And she's been trying to help him. By coming to the cabin, she's hoping to help him break over that. We've actually come down a drop, haven't we? We've gone down past Stucky's... Oh, only 200 yards away. Stucky's store. We've fallen off the edge here, it looks like. Lucky we didn't go any further, really. But the car's wrecked. The car's not going anywhere ever again. That is, you've bent the whole frame, mate. That's what happened there. And
the gas
that's kind of
station
scary.
Was my best bet. They'd have a phone I could use. It looked like a long hike through the forest to get there.
Feels a bit like the gas station we saw in his dream. And there's a bridge. What is that? Is that a can? Got flashing lights over there from our car. There's a can. Where is she gone? Has she left? Has she fallen out?
Damn.
It was a screwed car anyway, mate. Don't worry about it. There's nothing doesn't matter right now. Where is Alice? That's the thing. There was a little intro thing about where she was. Wasn't she calling for help or something? Could we not find her? He went to the... I don't know. This is really weird. I feel like... So we're going to get into the subject of perception of reality, is what I'm thinking about here. But whether the wackiness of reality right now, technical term, wackiness, is because of Alan's state of mind, or because something spooky is screwing with him, I'm not sure. Is that the big glowy light? Our chum from the dream? Where else is it going to be that bright? Wow, that is really bright. I'm sorry about that. It's like something out of a UFO movie.
Hello? Is someone there?
Pages of your book? Manuscript?
The loose sheets of paper were pages from a manuscript entitled Departure.
Oh.
That was the name I planned to use for the next novel I had never gotten started. I was named the author. I hadn't written it. I couldn't remember writing it.
Uh-oh.
In the scene on the page, the hero was attacked by an axe murderer in the woods.
Well, I wonder what's happening next. We have our torches, don't we? We've got manuscript pages, so we're going to find more of those. Now, there's another author involved in here somewhere, isn't there? Which is, might be like, we might be in spooky ghost story land, or we might be in crazy perception of reality land. I'm not really sure where this game's going to go. That's the fun of not having played it. Or know anything about it. So there was an author mentioned. There was the author whose books were in the house, weren't they? And I think we've maybe got an overlap of realities. Maybe Alan's being haunted by another writer. We've got the love heart with the EB, was it? EB and something on there? Don't know.
Anybody there?
Uh-oh.
Please, I've been in an accident.
We know this bit. Come on. I can't access my torch right now. I'm sure they'll give it to us again. We had a torch. Whether we've still got a torch, flashlight. Well, I don't know. Are we getting closer? Obviously, we're going to have to go around the river. There's only one crossing point. I presume. Logging camp?
Ahead were a good sign. Maybe I wouldn't have to hike all the way down to the gas station to find a phone.
Why are we... Alan, why are you not talking about the fact that we're suddenly in a car? And then we were doing something to rescue Alice, and then suddenly we were in a car, and then crashed. Ooh. Can I pick up the helmet? Give me a chainsaw. Someone give me a chainsaw. Not a very good weapon anyway. Despite what they show in video games, I can't believe using a chainsaw as a weapon. Ow. That was a real rake in the grass, that one, wasn't it? Here we go. It's Circus, Alan Wake. Yeah, this place isn't scary at all.
Please, I've been in an accident.
I guess there could be someone here at this time of night. I mean, security guard?
Hey! Hey, you!
Phil!
There's been an accident. I need help.
Listen, I need to...
Premium cabins for rent in...
What?
Oh, hell.
Carl Stucky. Pleased to meet you.
Is that what he looked like before?
Reservation deposit required. Fair and square.
Where'd he go? He's not this fella here. Oh, thermos flask. Very premium. Oh, manuscript. More collectibles. He didn't like collectibles, huh? Carl, calm your nonsense, mate. I'm sorry we didn't turn up at the cabin. But but he was nice before, wasn't he? 1 second. Do we want to read this? It doesn't feel like a good time to be reading this, does it? Really? Remember the dodge. Remember the dodge, me. Ah! Here he comes. No, my deposit.
It's the latest thing.
I had to figure a way out of this. Any second now, and Stucky would be knocking on the door with his axe like Nicholson in The Shining.
Yeah, we got that reference, guy. Don't worry. There's our gun. There's our Energizer advertising flashlight. Okay, what's this? Pick up batteries. Always get your batteries. Maybe a nice change of outfit.
During your trying Nordic walking, it's the latest thing.
Nordic walking?
Incontestably proven health benefits. Let you kill two birds with one stone. You can see the sights and keep those cholesterol levels down.
Yes.
Bright Falls Sheriff Station. Only I...
Hello?
Did some scumbag chop the wire? That's just cheating, Stucky. Okay, we can't do that.
This is bad.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh! 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 I'm gonna die!
As long as I was liable to catch an axe with my forehead.
No, because he's not... Oh, the whole thing's going. Did we die? So I've got to change... Okay. So where am I supposed to go then?
It's the latest thing. Incontestably.
What do I do then? What am I supposed to do?
Help let you.
Yes.
Supposed to go out here maybe? Is the door fall open?
Station. Only I...
Because we're going to get shoved over the edge. Oh, I see he's broken it there, look. I'm going to get frustrated if I keep redoing this. What am I supposed to do? Get out of this door here. That's the only door that's here. You won't let me out of anything else. There we go. Okay. Jump! Well, there goes Stucky. Did I do a good thing? Did I escape? I get the feeling he's still here somewhere. Sorry, flicking my mouse around. Let's get a bit of control, shall we? Remember, right for the torch. Where is
The
he?
bulldozer had gone over the cliff with the office. I hoped Stucky had suffered the
No.
same fate, but I wasn't planning on staying to find out.
I'm not sure it is Stucky, you know. I think it's just someone possessing Stucky. Oh, thanks for opening the gate. That's very nice of you.
There were more of them.
No! Okay.
My head pounded with a concussion. I'd never fired a gun outside a shooting range, and now I just killed someone. Or something. There were no bodies. They just disappeared. If I was dreaming, it felt real enough to make me sick.
So we should have used that to help, shouldn't we, really? Okay. Can't go on, that's electric. What's this? More electrics. Let's turn this on. Did that help? Was that a good thing? Oh, we turned the power off.
Forest was the last place I wanted to go, but I
Why is
had
there an
no
arrow
choice.
here?
I had to get to the gas station.
Why are you pointing an arrow? What's with the arrow business? He's showing me something. Who's showing me something? We're getting hints.
Hand-painted graffiti was revealed by my flashlight. Someone had hidden a chest of supplies near it.
Okay. This is all very weird, isn't it? What? Who's giving us supplies? So, pistol. I've only got 2 rounds spare. 3's the flare gun. There's something flashing there. Oh, it's more ammo. There's more ammo. No, I only had 2 rounds in the gun. Okay. Worrying. So watch out for arrows.
It's rabbit season.
Wabbit season! I hate wabbit season. Duck season. Wabbit season. Duck season. Oh, cartoons. You gotta love them. What's this? Ooh. Collectibles. I'm always torn in these games between it not being clear where I need to go and it being bloody obvious because the game's just telling you. Right now, I don't know, I'm always mixed about it, whether I like it or not. I presume I'm supposed to go down here, but I've got a little of an urge of to go over here. Well, I can't anyway. There's a bit of bridge over there. Look at that big old cutter. It's one of those ones that grabs the tree, isn't it? And then chops through on the base. Nordic walking, though. That was just weird, though. As opposed to normal, just walking somewhere. Nordic walking. Well, no, we can't go back. Walking in a Nordic fashion. What was that? Apart from disturbing. Where are you? Where are you?
What the hell was that?
I've got my flare gun. 3. 3 for flare gun. If I press the right button, of course. Mini boss.
When I saw the river below, something uncoiled itself inside my head. I realized that I'd have to find a way across. I didn't even want to look at the water.
Something uncoiled itself in back of my head. I didn't want to look at the water. What? It's very poetic and very, very literary and all that. But what does that mean? Uncoiled? It's like a memory uncoiling, or that's a very odd phrase. I don't get that, mate. Not quite sure what you're talking about. We've got a little maze going on here, haven't we? I think I saw a sparkly. Yeah. Come here, you. Come to daddy. Why thermos as well? So, did I talk about this before, about the fact that it's a weird collectible, but then again, it could be one of those things where it becomes obvious why it was thermoses later? So on the nature of spookums, while we're doing this, on the nature of spookums versus reality, you know, the supernatural versus Alan's a bit nuts. I did consider the idea of, does Alice exist? Alice is an evocative name, isn't it? Obviously, in literary circles and craziness. And I did ponder the idea, how much is in his own head? While he was on the ferry, the chap who runs the radio station did comment on our lovely wife. So, unless they're both figments of our imagination, I think she does actually exist. That's kind of terrifying, by the way. The rushing water there. You wouldn't... Well, you might survive in that. You'd probably take some injuries floating. This is not Skyrim. Bouncing down there. Supplies box? Not sure. So, but she is... The other thing is she is driving. Okay? I was thinking, has anyone else referenced her? And therefore, is she there or is she part of our imagination? She is driving us around. So I think she is. And then I thought about whether Alan seems to be being put in positions and having to respond to them. He's not in control of it. He's just being responsive all the time, which I thought, they're very interesting. It's like maybe it's like a maybe it's like a metaphor. The fact that Alan has become or has been made a character in one of his own books. He's being forced to respond to things. That's how some authors write. You know, they give their character something to respond to, and you imagine how, knowing their personality.
Stucky was still out there, in the dark, stalking me.
And advertising at me. That's the cruelest move of all. Yeah, and I started to think, you know, it's a metaphor. And I thought maybe we're going a bit too far with this, you know. He is, after all, Alan's a character in a game. So therefore, you're always put in situations where you are responding to something. So maybe I'm thinking a bit too hard about it. I don't know. And also, as far as the driving goes, if you make another character drive for your character, you don't have to put the mechanics in of you driving. You know, maybe it's something that's... I don't know. I'm not sure, but I'm just analysing, like I analyse everything to death. I'm analysing it to death, and maybe going a bit too far. And if you go around in circles a bit too fast, a bit too far, you disappear up your own arse. It's true. It's very common, and I think I'm in danger of rapidly vanishing up my own derriere with going into this too much. Yes, very much so. A little wander. There's the broken house I died in already once. I'm sure we're going to get another meeting with Stucky at some point. If it is even Stucky. Or Stucky's corpse. Maybe Alice is going to turn up and get us at some point. I saw you! Hey! Is someone firing things at me? Oh, he's actually there, is he? I'm going to die. Yeah, I'm going to die. I didn't realise he was right there. I thought he'd gone away. That was weird. Oh, sorry. I thought someone was actually throwing something at me, rather than him being next to me. He is! I'm not getting the dodge right, am I? They're throwing things at me, that's cheating. Okay. Not doing a good job, am I, really? But there you go. I think that's fairly obvious. Yeah, I've got to get the dodge right, haven't I? If I need to be moving away from the weapon, from the attack properly. Is that a fuel can? I don't like the fact that I can't aim. I sort of want a crosshairs, which is pathetic, isn't it, really? I don't need a crosshairs, but I want a crosshairs. Because I'm not actually sure where my rifle's... My rifle... my pistol's aiming. You know? I'm not... Because once you start to move around, the torch no longer... you're going to fire where the torch is aiming, but once you start moving around too much, you lose track of where it is. I don't know. I'm just doing a bad job, aren't I? Never mind. It's fine. It's not too painful in how much it makes me restart when I miss things. I'll get over it. Logging ahead. Seeing that cable made me immediately want to cut it. I wouldn't be able to, of course. So it's holding up that line there. Oh, it's a hoist for transporting things. Is that going to come down at some point? There's an arrow. I feel that's going to come crashing down at some point. Where's this arrow go to then? Anything over here? Yeah, definitely bad at dealing with enemies. Also realising what they're going to do a lot of the time. Where's that arrow go? Here it is. Here it is. I feel like I'm going to get squeezed. I don't want to go under that. Thank you very much. Oh! Where does that go to? There. There. Climb? Do I want to climb? Where are you pointing? Is that pointing up? Or here? I'm not seeing another yellow, so... Ah, there we go, look. Up you get, you big writer lump. Is this going to come rolling down at some point? Where's the arrows?